I just came back from the gym where I practice historical fencing, or HEMA as they call it nowadays. I almost didn't go again. Again, because it was one of those days where I just felt like everything around me is crumbling and there is no meaning to anything, literally anything. Does it sound familiar to you? I wonder. You know, we are using the word depression very often in this day and age. Everybody on the internet is apparently depressed. But are they really? Because depression itself is clinically diagnosed disease. It's a mental disorder that is pretty serious. I've never been diagnosed with one, mostly because I've never went to a shrink or a therapist or anything like that. There's various reasons. I live in Czechia, which is a little country in the middle of Europe. Well, technically in the middle of Europe, but considering we are a post-Soviet country, it's being mostly sorted as a Eastern Europe. And yes, some of the views of the people, especially on things like shrinks or therapists, still a little bit unfortunate, to say the least. There is a stigma that something is wrong with you, that you are crazy. Plus, the therapists are super expensive, so never really went to one. In my life, I'm almost 40 years old now. I've been 14 years in IT business. I've been a consultant. Then my career tanked. I got backstabbed, fired. The usual things. And it didn't really help much. I'm not that I'm saying that I would be happy before it all started, because I was not really. No, no, not really. I can't say I was unhappy or I would have reason to be unhappy. It's just sometimes you just constantly ask yourself, where is the meaning? What are you even worth? Are you even doing what you are supposed to be doing? My colleagues often called me a senior consultant, told me I was good. I never felt good. I always felt like nothing. I always felt like I'm just pretending. I guess imposter syndrome is also on the list. The thing about depression is it is volatile. It does react to various emotions that you might have. And often I find myself to escape into video games. Because exploring world of video games makes me forget all of those doubts that I have, all of the shit that is going around me, all of the things tied to imposter syndrome, all of the things tied to sadness that depression inevitably brings with it. Still, in this day and age, people think that depression is just means you are sad. That's not correct. It reacts with various emotions that you might have within you, and it also dragging you up and down. It's not that you're just sad all the time. No, it's as if your brain was trying to counter it, and you have find yourselves in a situation that, despite having insomnia, despite like being sad most of the time, just suddenly are incredibly happy without any reason, like overly happy. And it is exhausting. Because if you think about it, it is pretty fucked up. You just are happy one day without a reason, and the next 3 days you just feel like shit, and then it repeats. Now, let alone if you have anger issues, which I do, sadly. Because volatile emotion like anger, combined with depression, combined with self doubt, combined with thinking that nothing has meaning, thinking that everything went to shit, that you are worth shit, it can mix into something really, really explosive. I'm good at one thing that I can say, and that is burning bridges. I've been burning bridges all my life. I was basically just wanted to be left alone, and I was very successful because I am alone. And I'm alone. I have no friends. I have been blessed by a girlfriend, a woman who has been with me through good and bad for over a decade now, and still don't know what she sees in me. I still think that I'm not good enough for her. I still think that one day she's just going to get up and leave because of how shit I am at everything. And I'm afraid to talk to her about this because when I do, she gets angry, not because I will be talking to her, but because she said me that the amazing man that she loves, she hates hearing anybody, including him, talking trash about him. And I don't understand that. Because if she describes me, I don't recognize that man. That's not me. Can't be me. He sounds awesome, sometimes amazing, but I don't feel like that's me. I feel like I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't gamble. My only crippling addiction that I had one time was League of Legends, and it didn't really help my anger issues. Ever since I quit League of Legends, my life improved significantly. But still feel like just everything is falling apart. I feel like I'm failing at everything I do. I tried streaming, I tried YouTubing. I feel like nobody is interested in anything I have to say. And it is tiring. Because all my life, see, a lot of motivation coaches and like positive people will tell you just, yeah, you keep failing. It's part of the process. And just, you fail, but you will make it eventually. But after almost 40 years, like where that eventually comes in? Where am I going to not fail at something? Where I'm going to not suck? Where I'm going to do something meaningful? I don't know. I'm trying. It's everything that you can still do. You can try. Apart from video games and my two cats, the only thing I have is fencing left. And even if I have just 2 trainings a week, I often find myself in a position that I just have to convince myself to go. My brain is just, nah, we don't want to go today. I know I do want to go, but also I don't. It's a very weird feeling. See, if you have that kind of depression or whatever this is that I do, you do not work in the regime that normal people do. And I envy them because I guess most people do not have to ask themselves every morning why they should even get up. The only reason I get up is because of my insomnia. I haven't slept more than 4 hours in a couple of months now. Normal people don't have to ask themselves why to do anything. What drives you? What's the meaning of this? Why should you go to fencing even if it's your favorite thing to do? You suck, you're not learning anything. That is like, even if teacher tries to teach you something new, you're not gonna grasp it, you're not gonna be good at it. If you apply for a job, you're gonna get rejected, which I did over and over again, to the point that you even gave up. I did have notable savings, and I'm burning through them now. They will run out eventually. I don't know what's gonna come next, but for now, it's holding. I don't feel like I deserve those savings also. It's just somehow there. The only reason this video exists is because I got up and went to the gym today. The only reason it exists is because I had a lot of time to think in the tram on the way back. I was just sitting here unwilling to press that record button, unwilling to do anything because I thought it's going to suck. I thought I'm going to forget all of the thoughts that I had. It does get better when you start doing something. And I know it does because I have been dealing with this my entire life. But it doesn't make it any easier. You see, the only way I can force myself to do anything is throughout these weird spikes of motivation. And if they strike, I am incredibly creative. I can just grit my teeth and start doing something. But the best way to compare this would be it is like if you light a knot of fireworks. It starts going incredibly fast, and in the end, it explodes. It explodes into something beautiful or explodes into something disappointing. But regardless, what happens is just then it's gone, and then it's just darkness everywhere again. And then that's what you have to deal with. I really don't know how to proceed further. I really don't know how to define the self-worth, the self-value, the not how not to function on motivation, these weird sparks of motivation alone, which is unsustainable, how to just function as a normal person. I always have a lot of ideas what to do. I get so excited, but I never start anything. I'm just overanalyzing, sitting there, not pushing it forward. And yes, the answer is easy, just do it. Yeah, just do it. I know the meme. But it is not that easy to just do it. I guess some people can like push themselves and just go, but if you are paralyzed by your own brain, by your own self-doubts, by thinking that, yep, I guess I'm lazy, so I'm not doing anything, might as well just go on with it. No, and if I do something, it's gonna suck anyway. And in the end, I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know how to begin, I don't have the skill set, and nobody would be interested in seeing it anyway. That's just Tuesday in my head. But then again, I am doing this video. I'm recording myself talking about this. Willing to put this out, maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I will upload this. Maybe somebody will see this. Maybe this will resonate with somebody. And if it does, then maybe someone who needs to see this will see this too, and they say to themselves, you know what? It is worth it. I'm able to push through. I'm able to do something. Even if my brain hates me, I can fight it. Anyway, in case you're wondering, the game is called Let's Journey Dragon Hunters. And the only reason that is there is so I'm not just talking to an empty black screen, which would be even more depressing. Alright, bye.